PD, and today in Scottsdale, we're actually at Scottsdale Community College with our canine units and our mounted unit and talking to our equine sciences and criminal justice studies programs about careers in law enforcement and about amazing jobs that are available being a canine officer, being a mounted unit officer, and what that entails, having that partnership with that animal where dogs are able to detect so much. They're able to smell things that we could never smell. They're able to hear things that a human could never hear. And just the amazing partnership that their handlers have with them to both detect things that we can't experience ourselves as humans, but also to help find bad guys and keep the officers safe. And then our mounted unit, our mounted officers, they have that ability to help manage crowds from being on top of these amazing, powerful animals and just being able to see over the crowds and being able to use the horses' bodies to help direct crowds or to change the crowd movement if necessary in different circumstances. And right now, the units are wrapping up some lecture portion that they had with some of the criminal justice and equine sciences students here. And so we're going to kind of capture that in a moment here. We're going to see a demonstration of a dog bite from one of our canine dogs, and on one of our officers, Officer Brent Patterson. He's over here in the black and red suit, and he's about to take a dog bite here pretty soon. But again, just that partnership again, and that importance of having these working relationships. We also like the partnership we have with Scottsdale Community College and their Justice Studies program here. They teach a lot of people about the criminal justice process, whether they want to become police officers, whether they want to go on to become lawyers, or work in any other part of the law enforcement function. It's a great program here and a great opportunity to learn more about the amazing jobs there are. And a lot of times people think, I don't want to be a cop. I'm not ready for that part, but I want to be part of law enforcement. What can I do? Well, we need all kinds of people. We need budget analysts. We need police analysts to help to analyze data and help our detectives catch bad guys or recognize trends that are going on in the community. We need people who are willing to help keep records. We need dispatchers. We need lots of people to help with the overall police function. That doesn't necessarily mean putting on a uniform and chasing down bad guys. We do have that part too, though. So if you're interested in all of that, you can always go to our website, ScottsdalePD.com, to learn more about what jobs are open and what jobs are available. And as we're still kind of waiting here, I think, to see what the dog bite's going to look like, I think Officer Patterson's basically talking about how he uses the suit to help protect his body from the bite and the pressure that happens when the dog comes out. And for the dogs, it's exciting for them. It's something that they sort of enjoy as almost a game. It's kind of a play time for them that they learn from an early age in the training to sort of enjoy it and participate in a way that's not in an over-aggressive way. Through the training, the dog's reward basically is to be able to bite the suit. And then they get the further reward of getting a toy or something else afterward too. So let's watch how this develops here. So Officer Sanborn is about to release the dog, and Officer Patterson's about to catch him. Incredible. I mean, just absolutely amazing, the amount of force, the amount of pressure that happens there. And that dog is trained to hold that bite until a handler comes up and releases him.
Again, see his tail, how happy he is? He's having fun. Now we can grab our bad guy, we can twist his arms around, he can go to the ground, which they very often do, because that's where doggy wants to go. And then we put him in custody, and then no one gets hurt. And we can leave dog on the bite the entire time, and then we can take him off after the fact. So it's sort of like having that taser that like locks the body up where it can't move, except for you have a recallable taser, something that can come back to you and not stuff in harm's way. It hurts.
By the way, tell them, I was joking with them beforehand. I've seen the police dogs bite more police officers than bad guys in my career.
Yeah.
So sometimes
that was part of those other dogs you talked about, the
Yeah.
old selection process.
Yeah. So they would bite. They bite police officers too.
Yeah. Girl. Loose.
So right now, Officer Sanborn is going to give the command for Jarl to release Officer Patterson, and then he's going to be rewarded with his favorite toy.
Hey. Close. Here.
There we go. Good boy.
Jarl's
Good
gonna have a
boy.
rough start to 2023. Tony's going out on shoulder surgery for 6 months.
Leave him inside.
So we're gonna have to go pick him up.
Yeah, I didn't want to catch him in full speed.
As you can see, this dog loves his job. Jaro loves his job. He cannot wait to do it again. Tail wagging, head shaking.
In a variety of things, and this is one of them. Biting a suit and letting go.
And again, this is all for the idea and the purpose of protecting police officers, protecting the canine handler, and being able to apprehend a potentially dangerous suspect who could be hiding, could be armed with a weapon. The dogs just have that amazing ability to learn and be able to do this.
We're typically the ones on Wednesdays when we train. Who's ever training night it is basically the chew toy for the
Good dog.
Unfortunately, tonight that will be me. So we had Brent get in the suit for this. Well, yeah, the suit basically stops the punctures. You can feel all the pressure of the dog and the dog's bite in there. After 4 or 5, we're pretty good. Any other questions we can answer while we're here? Oh my gosh, you got something?
Oh, no, let's take the last 3 questions, then we'll go.
Okay, go.
How often do dental injuries happen?
The question was is how often do dental injuries happen? They definitely can happen, not with stuff like this with the suits. Like Tony talked about before, the dogs really have no fear and they have no slowdown. The other day, about a month ago, we were filming a video for something and my dog went and face planted into a concrete wall like that and chipped the front of his tooth. It wasn't any of his canines, those are the ones that we're really worried about, but our veterinarian's office can put a cap on them and basically repair them if it's something like that, where we don't have to get rid of the dog for any reason. Yes, ma'am.
Do you know any jails or juvenile detention centers that use animal therapy to help people stay out of trouble, like where kids learn how to speak?
I don't. Tony,
So they're taking some questions from the students here. Let's go grab Officer Patterson real quick and see how he felt like those 2 bites went that he experienced. Here he is over here. So, Officer Patterson, we talked a little earlier about maybe doing more bites, but we actually captured those 2
Good,
for you.
good,
So,
because
so tell us a little bit about
the
that.
mark.
Yeah, the suit stops the puncture.
stops all punctures, but it's definitely you get pressure and there will be a lot of bruising.
How much pressure does a canine dog like this exude through their bite?
There's different numbers, depends on who you ask. I've heard as much as 400 psi and down. So depends on the dog. The new dog I got's a little bit bigger, so his bite's going to be pretty hard. Jaro bites really hard, so it just depends on the dog.
And how much does Jaro weigh, approximately?
He weighs about 70.
70 pounds. Okay, so when he's kind of running at you and he hits you with that weight, you feel all
You feel
that
it.
too.
Yeah, it's
right.
hard to stay on your feet.
Yeah. Well, you did a great job.
Thanks,
So
appreciate
yeah,
it.
appreciate it. Good job. Thank you. So again, these animal partners that we have here at Scottsdale PD are just such a great asset for us, and another great opportunity for people who are interested in law enforcement to expand on their career, to enhance their career with working with animals in just a phenomenal way, whether it's working with a canine dog to help protect, help apprehend, help detect illegal substances or explosives, or working with our mounted unit. And we'll interview Sergeant Maston here in just a few minutes, but you know, the horses have a totally different job than what the canines do. The horses work large events, work on crowd management, do community policing events. They're just such gentle giants, able to do an incredible job. So it's just been a phenomenal day here. The crowds have been great. Some great questions from these students here at Scottsdale Community College. It's just been really great. So let's go over and see if we can grab Sergeant Maston real quick before he walks away, and we'll see if his partner Cash has anything to say. I'm not sure that he will, but we'll see here.
Let's get a picture with the dog.
Thank you.
So if you guys will be in the front, the canine team's in the front. Hey,
Yeah, you're in the shade. So I'm here with Sergeant Maston, and we're live, and we're going to talk to him a little bit about the mounted unit and just some of the other things we already kind of mentioned so far. But what's the main job of the horses, especially for Scottsdale Police? What's the main use for them?
We're a patrol support function. We work downtown in the entertainment district, kind of helping support the patrol function down there. Usually it's dealing with the crowds that are down there and trying to manage them appropriately. Especially that's going to be really big coming up with all the events, the Super Bowl and all the hoopla surrounding that. It's going to be a big time for us to shine with the horses.
Right, a lot of events coming through the valley, not only Super Bowl in Glendale, but also all the sort of the micro events that go along with hosting the Super Bowl in the city come about in Scottsdale and other cities around the valley. So it's not just a Glendale issue, and it's not just a Scottsdale issue. We all got to partner together to work on it. Now, Tempe has a mounted unit. Are we going to be partnering with them through some of the special events?
I imagine there will definitely be some coordination depending on the size of the event and kind of where things are needed and where people are needed. I'm sure there will be some sort of collaboration with them.
Great. What's a typical work week for the officers in the mounted unit and the horses?
So
what does that look like?
We're a full-time unit, so our schedule is Wednesday through Saturday. Wednesdays and Thursdays are typically training days, errand days, admin days where the officers get a chance to catch up on their work from the weekend. Because obviously on the horse we don't have a computer readily available, and we're in the saddle for 4 hours. So, and then our Friday and Saturday nights are downtown late in the evening till bar close and after bar close to deal with the crowds that are there. So.
Sure. Yeah, truly an amazing job, and I know these horses do an amazing work. So the students want to get a picture. Yep. Cash, you got anything to add? No, he doesn't. Okay, good. All right, good boy. Yeah, let's get your photo with all the students here. We'll get out of the way. So I think we're about ready to wrap things up here, and really appreciate people who tuned in, who wanted to learn more about this. And again, in law enforcement, there's just all kinds of different jobs that are available, from being in patrol, from being in SWAT, to being in the canine unit, the mounted unit. We have detectives. Again, we also need our professional staff folks. We need dispatchers. We need detention officers. We need budget analysts, project analysts, just lots of different opportunities to get involved with the Scottsdale Police Department. Again, go to ScottsdalePD.com, look for the open jobs that are there. We'll see you next time.